Dave plays the Native American flute. If you're not familiar with this, this is going to be a very new experience for you and a really awesome one. Dave discovered Native American flute 5 years ago in Santa Fe and formed an instant kinship with the instrument. He explores the range of colors and emotions that the flutes evoke, and you will get that right away, and specializes in introspective improvisations on a variety of flutes that draw out an endless stream of melodic ideas. And this is not an exaggeration, folks. You'll hear Celtic influences, you'll hear sad plaintive songs, you'll hear meditative songs, and when you see this 5.5-footer that he's got, it'll blow your mind. Many of the flutes are unusual, and I can tell you from experience that it sounds like, with some of them, that they sound like actual multiple players playing at the same times. He's performed frequently at open mics in the Baltimore area, which is where I met him, at Edith May's Paradise. And this will be his first, this is his first extended set for a live audience. Woohoo! And we asked Dave to come down here. I asked him to come down the first time that I heard him at Edith May's and just sign up and do 3 like everybody else, because I wasn't sure how it was going to work. And what happened was that about 15 seconds into the first number, the entire room just went home. And I said, this is wonderful. So we got to bring him back for a half an hour. And there we are. So we're going to take a couple of seconds just to get some volume levels here, and then Dave is going to perform for you. That's Dave Benham. So give him a round of applause, eh?
So thanks a lot, Dan, for the turn the reverb off here. Thanks for the opportunity to play here. I really appreciate it. Really nice venue. Happy to see all these people here. Well, nice audience. Cool. Thanks for my friends for coming out as well. And I'm going to play a bunch of Native American styles. Most of these are not true Native American instruments. I have to be careful about that. The Native Americans are very sensitive. So if you're going to call it Native American flute, it's better to be made by a Native American. So at least half of these are not made by Native American. They're Native American style flutes. And also, I don't play Native American music. I play my own music, but I love the sound of the Native American flute. So almost everything I do is improvisation, and except for 2 pieces today are actually prepared pieces. But I'm going to start out with improvisation on a branch flute made by Jerry Littlejohn down in Asheville, North Carolina. So in the interest of keeping the, minimize the mic adjustment, I'm going to change my set list a little bit. So I'm going to jump right to a prepared song. It's coming up on Halloween, so this is a bit of a ghost story. It's a traditional Celtic ballad. She moved through the fair. Very, very, very old traditional tune, anonymous. And one of my favorite songs. So is my voice level, if I'm up like this, people can hear me well?
Yeah.
Cool. Said to me, my mother won't mind, and my father won't slight you for your lack of kind. And she laid her hand on me, and this she did say, it will not be long, love, till our wedding day. She stepped away from me and she moved through the fair. And fondly I watched her move here and move there. And she made her way homeward with one star awake, as the swan in the eve moves over the lake. The people were saying no two were wed, and one has a sorrow that never was said. And I smiled as she passed with her goods and her gear, and that was the last that I saw of my dear. Last night she said to me, my dead love came in. She entered so softly, her feet made no din, and she laid her hand on me, And this she did say, it will not be long, love, till the wedding day. So those are all, actually one of those was actually made by a true Native American, Guillermo Martinez. Made this flute here down in California, one of my favorite flute makers. Guillermo also makes these amazing double flute instruments. They're patterned after some ancient pre-Aztec clay flutes that would have 2 to 4 chambers. 2 of them would have, you'd be able to play melodically, and you'd be able to play them simultaneously. So up to 4 chambers simultaneously, up to 2 with a drone, and there's a thumb hole for each hand plus 3 finger holes. So as a wind player, it's really unusual and exciting for me to be able to play melodies simultaneously, two melodies, so it's a lot of fun. So I'm back to improvisation now. something with something called a looper pedal. See if I can pull this off. The unfortunate thing is I've only practiced with bare feet, so I gotta take my shoes off. Uh-oh. So this is definitely not a traditional Native American flute, but it does use a Native American flute mechanism. It's amazing the Native American flute was actually invented fairly late. In the earliest known flute, surviving flute, is like in the mid-1800s. They were actually invented after Columbus came over to the New World. The art almost died out. It's been resurrected. But a guy named Brad Young down in Virginia makes this amazing flute. This is out of a sassafras board. But back to some more improvisation here. Yeah, quick one. I got a quick one here. See if I can get a little bit more energy now. It's also played by Brad Young. guys. It's a great audience here.